Are you thinking about moving to Spain? Then there is something you should know before traveling. Many of the documents you will need for your residency permit, they must be obtained in your country of origin. The problem is that once you're already in Spain, getting some of these documents can be much lower, more expensive, or can directly complicate your entire process. In the previous episode, we explained why the first step before coming to Spain is knowing which permit you will need according to your case. Today, we move on the second step, which documents you should prepare before traveling. Hello everyone, my name is Blanca, immigration lawyer at Balcells Group. In this video, we are going to look at which documents you should review before moving to Spain. The key is not only having the document, but making sure it has been properly issued, is valid, apostilled or legalized when required, and translated when necessary. The first step is always to confirm which permit you're going to apply for, because each procedure has different requirements. So before spending money on translations or apostilles, make sure you're clear about your immigration route. Once you know which permit applies to your case, then you can prepare your documents strategically. The first document you should check is your passport, one of the most important documents in any immigration process. It must be valid, in good condition, and have enough validity left for the procedure you're going to complete. The authorities will review your personal details, your nationality, your entries and exits, and the validity of the document. If your passport is about to expire, it's usually best to renew it before starting the process. Another very common document is the criminal record certificate. This document is usually required for many residency permits and is used to prove that you don't have any criminal record in your country of origin or in the countries where you have lived during the last few years. In many cases, it must be apostilled or legalized in order to be valid in Spain. It may also require a sworn translator if it's in another language than Spanish. And it usually has a limited validity period, so it is not advisable to request it too early if you don't know when will you submit your application. Birth certificate, marriage certificate, registered partnership documents, children's birth certificate, or documents that prove family ties. These documents are specifically important if you're going to apply for residence through a family relationship, residence as family member of a Spanish citizen, family reunification, or if you need to prove relationship in any procedure. They must be properly issued, apostilled, or legalized when required, and translated if they are not in Spanish. Also, the names and surnames must match your passport and the rest of your documents. If you're coming to study, work, or apply for a permit linked to your professional profile, you should also review your academic or professional documents. For example, university degrees, enrollment documents or admission letters, company letters, proof of professional experience, or documentation as a freelancer or remote worker, such as invoices or contract with clients. These documents can be especially important for permits such as student stay permit, the highly qualified professional permit, the digital nomad permit, or certain work authorizations. If you have made it this far and you're preparing your move to Spain, it is very important to review your documents before traveling. In the description of this video, you will find a link to book a consultation with our immigration lawyers. You can also use the code YouTube10 to get a 10% discount on your next consultation. Many permits require you to prove that you have sufficient financial means to live in Spain. This may apply, for example, to a non-lucrative residency permit, a student stay permit, a digital nomad permit, or certain processes where you must prove income, savings, or financial stability. Depending on the permit, you may need to provide bank statements, payslips, contracts, or tax returns. It also matters how you prove those funds, where they come from, whether the money is available, whether the documents are up to date, and whether they meet the format required for the procedure. Health insurance can also be an important requirement depending on the permit you are going to apply for. In some cases, private health insurance with coverage in Spain is required, with no co-payments and with conditions similar to those of the public healthcare system. A common mistake is taking out any travel insurance and thinking that it will be enough, but that is not always the case. Travel insurance for a few days or weeks is not the same as valid health insurance for a residency application. Many foreign documents are not valid in Spain exactly as they are issued in your country. In order to be valid, they may need the Hague Apostille or consular legalization depending on the country that issued them. Also, if the document is in a language other than Spanish, it might usually need a sworn translation. That is why, before traveling, you should review each case one by one. One practical recommendation: organize all your documents before traveling. Do not bring only the original paper documents. Also keep digital copies in a secure folder with clear names and separated by category. For example, passport, criminal record certificate, civil certificates, financial documents, and health insurance. This will help you a lot when you need to send documents, book an appointment, respond to a request for additional documents, or work with a lawyer. Preparing your documents properly before traveling can help you avoid many problems in your immigration process. At Balcells Group, we will help you review your case and prepare your application correctly from the beginning. You can contact us at info@balcellsgroup.com or book a consultation through the link you will find in the description. Once you arrive in Spain, a new stage begins. You need to get a phone number, find accommodation where you can register your address, organize your first appointment, and understand your deadlines. Subscribe to follow the full series and avoid mistakes before, during, and after your arrival in Spain. See you in the next video.